Talk us through
Thank you.
Why you remain so positive, particularly following CES last week.
Yeah, 1 to 2% market penetration of EVs. I mean, that really says it all to us. We look at this adoption somewhat differently than many of my peers. I don't believe this is being driven for climate change. I believe this is an efficiency story, and I think there's a lot of rooms to grow in terms of the total addressable market for electric vehicles.
Is that just Tesla, or are there other players at the moment in terms of when you factor in the valuation that Tesla's got? Is it stretched based on the fact that other EV players could come into the fold as well?
Yeah, so our bullish stance on the sector is not limited to Tesla by any means. In fact, there are other names in the supply chain right now that we're quite bullish on. Now, that being said, really Tesla is the leader out in front of the pack, but we do expect others to come into the marketplace as well.
Yeah, and in terms of the others, I mean, I think it's something like, 10 EV models that are expected to launch this year, and now we've got these reports about GM relaunching the Hummer as an electric vehicle, too. When does the competition picture really begin to flesh out? And when you talk about Tesla having the lead, how long can that last?
Yeah, so, by our count, let's move the date out a little bit to 2022.
Okay.
We're tracking over 100 vehicles that are being introduced to market that are full battery electric. And exactly. And so that's kind of the wave that we're seeing, or tsunami in this case, if you will. And that's one of the reasons we're so bullish. Now, one could say, well, that means more competition. But again, as I was just on a couple weeks ago when we upgraded, one of the data points that leaves us very bullish and optimistic on Tesla doesn't come from Tesla at all, but it actually comes from Porsche. And that's the range of the Taycan at 200 miles or 201 miles, compared to the Tesla Model S at 370. And that's the gap that we see that Tesla still maintains.
How, Jed, do you come up with your price target? What do you base it on, and whereabouts are you relative to where we are today? Yeah,
I mean, we're at $515. I mean, I did not think 2 weeks ago that when we came out with that price target that we'd be here already, which presents some other challenges. How we get there specifically is we're at $14.50 for EPS for 2021, and we're using 27 times that number, and which is a 30% discount to the growth rate.